What it do, what it do, what it do? Hey, real quick before we get into this video, I need niggas to hit these buttons real quick for me. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel, supporting the game I'm giving. So keep that up, man. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, share it, you know what I mean? Show it to everybody. If you already subscribed, unsubscribe right now and then subscribe again, you know what I'm saying? Just get that activity rolling. So yeah, this is about to be my first video on credit, you know what I mean? I want this channel to be a lot about a lot of different hustles, a lot of different businesses, but credit and business credit is super important. So I really want to jump into that whole topic, category, whatever you want to call it.
Tell them to bring me my money.
You don't want free game? Everybody needs free game.
So look, the number one thing I feel like a lot of people don't know about credit. You know, a lot of people know a lot of shit about credit, but trade lines and primaries is something that a lot of people either don't know about or don't know how to get and how to work or whatever, right? So that's what we're about to talk about. Trade lines and primaries. So trade line and primary is pretty much something that you're putting on your credit. You already have trade lines and primaries on your credit, you just don't know about it, right? So yeah, so a lot of people already have a trade line on their credit, you just don't realize it, right? Like your vehicle, your credit card is a trade line, right? So when you go into your credit report and you see that you've been paying $500 to this dealership each month, or you've been paying $200 every month on your credit card or whatever, that's a trade line. That's you showing the credit bureaus that, you know what I mean, you can pay a bill on time, that you're paying a monthly installment to something. That's building up your credit. That's pretty much what a trade line is, right? So everybody has a trade line, but to actually put a new trade line on your credit is something that a lot of people don't quite understand. And this is actually like some game that a lot of wealthy people do for their children, right? So a lot of wealthy people, they kids, you know, hit 18 and they already got a crazy credit score because their parents made them authorized users on some trade lines or some credit cards that their parents was already using, that they was already paying on, right? Authorized user is something that I want to talk about in another video, but that's basically how that works. So if I have a credit card that has like a $50,000 limit on it, and every month for the past 5 years I've been paying on it perfect every single time, it's been boosting my credit because I've been showing that I can handle this credit card. I'm not going below the utilization limit, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm making this credit card look great for me, you know what I mean? Like my credit is up 50 points because of this credit card, right? What I can do with that credit card is take my son and put him as an authorized user on that credit card. Now, what that'll do is in a few days to a week, his credit score is actually going to jump up from all the things that I've done on the history of that credit card. Regardless if his name was on the credit card in the past 5 years or not, everything that was built up on that credit card, that all the good relationship with the bank that I created on that credit card, whoever I place as an authorized user on that card is going to receive all that credit history. He's going to get all the perks of everything that I've put down, right? So that makes sense. So that's some game that a lot of wealthy people do in order to get their kids' credit score go up before they even had credit, right? It's kind of like a little sauce, a little game that a lot of us never really got put onto, but that's what an authorized user is. That breakdown pretty much tells you exactly why a trade line is important, because you can put it on your credit and then you get all the history from that credit card, all the history from that account, whatever it is, you get all the history from that trade line, even though you didn't do none of it, right? So that is some sauce, some game on how you improve your credit score super fast and get a lot of points for it, right? So there's a bunch of different websites on trade lines. I'm gonna drop a video with all the trade line websites that I know of, but there's a bunch of different websites that you can go on. You can buy the trade line from the person. They'll be selling it like $500 to get you a $10,000 credit limit that had like 3 years history, and you know what I mean, the history is outstanding or whatever. It's going to give you some boost, right? So you go buy a couple of trade lines for 500 here, 500 here, 500 here, and yeah, you just spent $1,500, but you just got so much credit limit wise that when you go out and go get a car, you go out and go get a house, you go out and go apply for a credit card yourself, they're gonna look on your credit history and be like, damn, like this month he been managing $30,000 of credit limit. Hell yeah, I'm gonna give him this car. Hell yeah, I'm gonna give him this credit card for $10,000. He clearly knows how to manage $20,000 credit card. You know what I mean? That's the way that they're looking at it.
Nice.
So that's the perk with adding a trade line to your credit history. Now, with a trade line, and this differs from primaries, but with a trade line, you have a certain amount of time that it's going to be on there. Like for people that sell their trade lines on different websites that we're going to talk about, they're not going to put you on their credit card for a year. You know what I mean? If you're only giving them $500, they're going to put you on that credit card for maybe 2 months or something like that. So when you're dealing with trade lines, you putting them on your credit and you're going out and going to get whatever you're going to get. Go out and get it while it's on your credit. Don't wait for it to drop, because your credit score is going to jump all the way up 50 points from however many trade lines you put on there. You go out and get whatever you need, and then it's going to go back down in 2 months. So you don't want to put the trade lines on there and just be letting them sit. Like it's pointless. You just wasted your opportunity. So when you want to buy a trade line, wait until you're ready to strike. Whatever it is that you're about to go buy, wait until you're ready to go buy it. Then put the trade lines on there a week prior, 2 weeks prior. Once they hit your credit report, go out and get it. Boom. And then, you know, when it goes down, it's not going to affect you, right? So that is the rundown on trade lines. And again, I'm going to do a whole video on the trade line websites that you can get all this from. Or if you know somebody in your family or a friend or whatever that make you an authorized user, you can also do that. All right, so real quick, so primaries. The difference with primaries is it's a little bit harder to get, but they stay on your credit, right? Primaries stay on there the whole time. Like this isn't like something, this isn't a hand-me-down the way a trade line is. This is actually your line of credit and everything like that. So when you get approved, right? So like there's different like websites. My Jewelers Club is one of the most popular ones, right? Don't head there right now because they already got shut down. It's no longer a thing anymore. But My Jewelers Club was a popular one because what they did is you apply, you pay like an admin fee or application fee that's like $100 or something like that. They do run your credit. Once you get approved for like a $5,000 limit or like a $7,000 limit, up to like a $10,000 limit and everything like that. So once you get approved for that, and you can shop at the My Jewelers Club website with that limit. You could buy some jewelry on there, or you could just leave that $10,000 credit limit that they just gave you, just leave it. And now you got zero balance on a $10,000 credit limit. You want to make sure it's reporting to all three. But when that reports, it's going to show that you got a $10,000 credit limit with them and your balance is zero, so you look amazing in their eyes. Your credit utilization is going to shoot all the way down. Our credit is bad because of our credit utilization. That takes up a big gap of that pie, of the credit pie. Look up credit utilization if you don't understand it, but our utilization is too high. That's what's making our score go down. So some of you might have $1,000 credit card and you used 800 of it already. Even though you're paying on that 800, they're gonna feel like you need that 800. They're gonna feel like the credit bureaus and the companies that's trying to lend you money, they feel like, yo, we gave this dude $1,000 and he used 800. He clearly needs it. We don't want to give him more. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like he's responsible with what he already has. So your credit utilization is hella important.
He gave me the $2 bill, and that's enough for me.
So what a primary is gonna do is gonna shoot that credit utilization down, because $10,000 is a big ass gap and you're not using any of it. So it's zero on the 10,000. That's extreme. That's gonna shoot your utilization all the way down. I remember when I first got my first primary, my utilization was at like 70% or something wild. And I put my first primary on there and went down to like 21%, which shot my score straight up. So yeah, that's what primaries are. They're actually going to stay on your credit for as long as the company has an account with you or whatever. So I've got a couple of websites that got good primaries, anywhere ranging between like 5,000 to 10,000. I've even seen like 15,000. With these, you do need to pay like the monthly fee. So with My Jewelers Club, like their monthly fee was like $99 a month. You do need to pay that monthly fee or they're going to cancel your account and your primary is going to go away. So, but if you think about it, $99 a month to hold that account for the type of score increase that you're going to get, that's just a good investment at the end of the day. You know, that's the difference in the breakdown between a primary and a trade line. Both of them are important. Both of them are something that you definitely want to add to your credit, especially if you're going out and trying to get some stuff, houses, cars, anything. So yeah, stay tuned for those videos when I'm gonna drop and let you know about the trade line websites and the videos about the primary websites. And I'm gonna get y'all right. Appreciate it.